Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some oddball stuff. I picked up these two-post car lift with adjustable lift arms and height from MCV Products, 3D printed. And these are good like one-day projects. I got these little tall jack stands that I did. They're just fun to do. And I use like Tamiya red lacquer on them and primer, and I use some Vallejo dark aluminum for the little extensions on them. They're kind of cool. They make nice little stands you can sit around your, we'll put a car up on. I think a lot of the NASCAR guys will use them. But my lift, it's fully adjustable. This is pretty cool. So the arms go in and out. They actually go up and down. Now I added some stuff to mine, so we'll start at the beginning. So this is basically how it comes. And these pins come out. These come out of here. Now I took some styrene rectangle tubing. Not tubing, I guess it's rectangle. Styrene. Anyway, I made, if you look here, I made some, let me get my pointer. Let me get it out of here. So I made mine about 1 inch. I wanted my lift to be about 1 inch tall. So I put them in there so that when I slide these down that they'll stop. Now you can make them at any height you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. That's just what I picked. And then also, mine, after I've had this car sitting on this thing for a couple months, and it tended to like flex a little bit. So I just made, again, rectangle styrene. I just made a little rod, little thing to put at the top to kind of just keep it squared off. And then I went online and I found a similar lift like this. And then I printed it out in black and white and figured out that at 75%, it would be roughly the same size as what I have. And then I bought some photo paper, some shiny photo paper, and printed it out. And then cut out the information, the logos and stuff. You could do decals. I'm not advanced enough to do decals yet, so I really don't mess around with decals. So I just cut these out and like Elmer glued them on. Everything else is painting details, but it works pretty good. We'll just throw this on here just as a display. So it seems to, once you get it balanced right. Again, this is a fun one-day project. Nothing, not the car, just the lift. And of course, and I didn't even prime this thing. I used this for the color. And I won't pronounce this. This is the R stuff that nobody is banned from saying. So I used some of that on there. And then I have, like I said, I have that Krylon clear that I really like, but this is gloss crystal clear. I wanted to have it clear. And you know, in real life, these things have orange peel on them. Like they're not made to be like a show car looking. So mine has orange peel on it, which is I'm fine with because I think that's the way it looks. The yellow, I just actually, you know, I think I used I painted them white. I might use neon on those. It might be neon yellow on those. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. I just picked a bright yellow. It might be just bright yellow. I'm not sure which one I used anymore. I did this a couple months ago. And of course, I'm old, so I can't remember what I did yesterday. I'm just glad I got pants on today. So, and I did some, you know, painted this white and did some details, got the stop button on it, the go button. But I really like this thing. I think it turned out pretty cool. And again, you could have it way up in the air. You could have it on the ground. It really doesn't matter. You can use it as a display. I should take it to a show. But like I said, fun build. Just, you know, did a little bit of rough sanding on it to clean off the nubs and the edges, and pretty much built it, painted it, and put it in my, I have a dehydrator and a Cabela. I got a Cabela, adjustable temperature. Now, the one thing I do on 3D printed parts, I turn the temperature down. Like I run it about 80 degrees. I don't make it real warm, so that in case there's, and even resin, I'll keep it on the cooler side. But yeah, I built this in a day. That once that can of our stuff gets semi-dry, I'll just go right over it with this clear, and you can pick it up within, I'd say, an hour. I could handle it. So I was building it in an hour. I spent one night on it. That's about it. So that's something cool. I thought it'd be nice to show that. I like oddball stuff. So that's kind of what I did this week, and hope you enjoyed it. And let me know what you think about this thing. If you like them, check Matt out over at MCV. I'm sure he's got a couple of these still listed up on his webpage. So I'm sure he still has them in stock. But it was a fun build. I like it. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.